Okay, so this is the 21st of March, and we are recording this for those who are not attending. Okay, all right. Please, right. Next one, impeccable. I'm very, very happy you found impeccable, or gives you not pleasure. Impeccable, anyone? Here, impeccable table manners impressed everyone. Impeccable.
Like very flexible. Like
No, perfect. If I gave you this word, flawless,
I know this one. Without the flow.
exactly, absolute. Okay, so impeccable or
Flawless skin.
flawless?
Skin. Can you say flawless skin?
Yeah, without any defects or imperfections. Absolute, then έχει καθόλου σημάδια or yeah. You say that too. Um, second. Okay, so okay. Yeah, flawless skin, we say that too. So, impeccable, without mistakes or faults, perfect. Okay, and if we know flawless, I'm sure we also know flaw.
Yeah. Mistake.
Mistake or imperfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, czekaj, like. Okay, so flawless, perfect. Okay, without flaws and therefore perfect. Yeah. Okay. Flaw, imperfection. All right. Yeah. Okay. Impeccable. There was this word which may have given you a hard time. His impetuous decision to leave the company, to leave his job, something left him financially.
Risk.
Excellent. Thank you. Risky in the sense that he didn't think of it. Okay,
Yeah.
so something like spontaneous, but with a bad meaning, or I'm sure you remember rash and reckless.
Yeah.
That's aperistikos. Okay, poleos. So,
Reckless driving.
impetuous. Okay. Rash or impulsive, acting or done quickly without thinking carefully about the results. Okay. Yeah. How about this, which also gave you a hard time? The soldiers were trained, instructed, ordered not to inflict any harm on the civilians, on the villagers.
Conversion.
Exactly right. To inflict, to cause something bad, something that will harm. We inflict something on somebody, to inflict like a harsh punishment or harsh treatment on somebody. So that's inflict. Okay. Make somebody suffer something unpleasant. The inflicted humiliating defeat on the whole team. Heavy casualties were inflicted on the enemy. Yeah, like prokalo, cause something, but something unpleasant. Okay. And now that we saw inflict, could I ask you for two more words that end in flict? I'm sure you know the one, but you probably don't know the other.
Conflict.
Thank you.
Conflict.
Excellent. So what's conflict?
Η διαμάχη.
Excellent. Thank you. As a noun. Situation in which people, group, or organizers disagree strongly or are involved in serious argument or battle or fight. A violent situation or period of fighting between two countries. Armed or military conflict. Why don't we just write that, which also covers the other? Okay. And how about the other one?
Inflict.
That's deflect. Αποκρούω.
Yeah.
Deflect a blow.
Afflict.
Mhm.
I don't know this word.
Πλήττω. hit or strike. Like, for example, many countries in Africa are afflicted with hunger. Πλήττονται από πείνα.
Little is also good.
Yeah, it is that too. Yeah, that's why I always have difficulty explaining because Plito can mean hit, but can also mean to be bored. Exactly right.
Can I go to
Plixi.
the toilet, please?
Hmm?
Can I go to
Okay. Were you aware of that in Greek that Plito also means like reward?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Αποκρούω. Deflect the blow. Okay. So afflict. Affect somebody in an unpleasant, harmful way. Severe drought has afflicted the region. Έχει πλήξει την περιοχή. The main problems that afflict our society. Aid will be sent to the afflicted areas, τις πληγήσεις περιοχές. Afflicted with a disease, that too. Afflicted with a high crime rate, all that. Okay, and deflect, strike back. Change direction or make something there. Change direction. The ball deflected over each body in the goal. He raised his arm to try to deflect the blow. Να αποκρούσει το χτύπημα. The defender immediately deflected the ball into his own net. Blah 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 blah. And also divert. Εχθρέπω.
Yeah.
Okay. Deflect. There was this very, very difficult phrase here. No, no, no. There was a word insecurity somewhere.
Insecurity and asφάλεια.
Yeah, okay. His constant need for reassurance stemmed from deep-seated insecurity. Η συνεχής του ανάγκη για επιβεβαίωση προερχόταν από βαθιά ριζωμένη ανασφάλεια. Okay. Yeah, I wrote stem from because this is also a very, very important word that I would like you to know. Stem from. Okay. To be the result of something. Most people's insecurities stem from something that happened in their childhood. Προέρχονται. Okay. And reassurance, η επιβεβαίωση. And there was this very, very difficult word here, lament, not lament. Okay, that's lament for some reason. Θρηνώ. For something that I've missed or for something that I don't have any more. She continued to lament the loss of her child years after it had been demolished. Να θρηνεί την απώλεια του σπιτιού της. Okay, so that's lament. Okay, to have or express very sad feelings about something. I'm not gonna ask you to learn them because these are horrible words. But I am going to ask you how you say tenfo. I'm sure you know the word.
Good. No. I know the word.
Of course you do. Have you ever seen this word?
Grief. Yes.
So what's grief? No, this is not the word I'm looking for.
No.
Όχι. Grief είναι η θλίψη. Είναι η θλίψη, usually because of somebody's death. The word is grief. So, grief, and have you ever seen this also, mourn?
Yeah.
It also means, tenθώ μάλλον. Okay. grief, to feel very sad, especially because someone has died. Still grieving her dead child, grieving relatives, grieve the death of her husband. Okay. Okay. Right. And let me make sure about more. Yeah. Simple grief. Okay, so we don't need to write that. Lament, meticulous.
Yeah, pay attention to detail.
Exactly right. Paying careful attention to every detail. And here's two very important words also, fastidious and thorough. They both mean that.
What's the Greek one?
Επιμελής. Επιμελής, που να προσέχει, που να δίνει μεγάλη σημασία στη λεπτομέρεια. Σχολαστικός, that's the word. Okay. And now, if you are too meticulous, like what we say in Greek, like ψήρας, like... τελειωμένος δεν ξέρω αν είναι κακό. I was talking about pedantic, which means like he's a psycho. Okay, like γιατί δεν γυαλίζει όλο το στυλό με το ίδιο, ξέρω εγώ, γιατί δεν έχει όλο το ίδιο γυάλισμα, stuff like that. Okay. Για το τελειομανή, we have this very nice word, perfectionist.
Yeah, no.
Πώς είναι. Pedantic, λέγαμε σχολαστικός μέχρι υπερβολής. Okay, ψυχαναγκαστικός, that yeah, you find fault at everything. Okay. Okay. And the last one, oblivious. Oblivious too.
Not paying attention. Like,
Yeah.
he was completely oblivious. He couldn't realize what was going on.
Yes.
Around.
He kept working, totally oblivious to the noise around him.
Yes.
Όχι, αυτό να μην δίνει σημασία. Like, no, not care, not paying attention to anything else. Okay, not aware of something. You eventually become oblivious to noise, the couple seemed oblivious to what's going on around them. Okay, right. Okay, let us check something tiny for the next 5 minutes, and then we go on a break.
Okay.
Right.
So Monday we'll have a lesson.
I don't know. I would like to discuss it. Okay, what do you think? Look, I hate not having a lesson for no reason. I mean, you're going to school, aren't you?
I'm not.
We'll have a
Celebration.
yeah.
Celebration.
We're going to Manchia for good.
Town hall. Town hall. Look. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay. And sorry to put it that way, but I owe you a lesson for the day I went to the march.
Yeah.
On the 28th of February. So, you remember, I told you that we would do that lesson on a later date. So, shall we do on Monday the lesson that we missed on Friday?
I guess.
I mean, it was for my reasons. I mean, okay, you paid for that lesson. I was absent. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, technically, I owe you a lesson. Okay. Now, let's be Hillary. We might watch a little bit more movies, something. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, let's have a lesson. Only it's gonna be online because I'll be in Syros. Okay. So, yeah, the recording is going well, I think. Okay, that's great. I have switched off the camera. Yeah, no reason to use the camera anyway. Okay. So, Yeah, that goes well. Now let us move on to the. I don't understand what that means. I mean, it's sharing the screen with whom?
with screen recording. I would say we start checking on the grammar
Yeah,
because we had it from the previous
yeah, sure. But yeah, the screen recorder records the screen, fine. But who is it sharing it with? I mean, on an online lesson, I understand what screen sharing means. But anyway, okay, well, one day I'll figure it out or not. Okay, yeah, let's go to that grammar because we already have a. How do you call it when we have some unfinished job from the past? I've given you the word. Back backlog. Backlog. Things that we should have done, things that που χρωστάμε την προηγούμενη φορά, this kind of thing. Okay, so backlog is work that was supposed to be done and it wasn't done. Okay, so we have some backlog from the previous time. So let's go to page 130, which is I have no idea what. Thank you.
B.
B. Okay, great. Great. Okay, let's go through those two very quickly, and then we'll have a break. Okay, so 130, page 130. We're done. Okay. Ooh, what page of Word already? Wow, this has been a lot. All right. Okay.
Okay. Will you
Of course.
have
We
her?
are dead.
I'm having.
Yes.
Be watching.
Yeah.
Is bound to.
You do. Meaning is expected to. Uh, is bound to is contradicted by what continues. Here it says he might not go ahead with it. So how can he be bound to something if he might not go ahead with it? Be bound to something means be certain to something, definitely do something. Okay, so is due to like is expected to. When Frank posted the video online, he had no idea it was
Become.
to become. It was to become. What we say in Greek, ότι έμελε να γίνει, πρόκειται να γίνει.
Yeah.
Okay.
When was going?
Use this to
Sorry?
become to go. Isn't it that you have to do it?
You're thinking of something like uh, the examination candidates are to proceed to the
Yes.
examination room. Yeah, they must. Yeah, like you give an order, but in a polite way. Yes, yes. But in the past, it means like it was going to. It was to become means it was going to become. Okay.
James was going to.
Was going to. Excellent.
Not any.
There's not much chance.
But it is uncountable.
Chance is uncountable, yeah.
Okay. Would you like to
Okay.
talk about?
Actually, this doesn't fit because we. I mean, there is no such expression. We say there's not much chance, or there is no chance. No,
Yeah.
not. No, there's no chance. Sorry. Would you like to talk to counselor? Okay. Proceed.
Yeah.
You can put in here. Might.
You might have got injured. Exactly.
Autumn.
Need.
Now, the thing is that I'm afraid he will say oughtn't, but this can't be right because we say you oughtn't to behave.
Yeah. That's what I
I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe.
we've seen it before, but
I think maybe things oughtn't means the same as shouldn't.
it
So
does.
you could say you shouldn't behave like this.
Yeah, it does, but oughtn't has to be followed by to.
Yeah, maybe it's followed.
Never mind. Okay, you
Didn't have to.
didn't have to. Excellent. Brands regarding his list, so he is
Likely.
likely to, excellent, the only other goes with the infinitive. Job satisfaction among employees is
Essential.
essential if the company wishes to become successful. You must
Suffer.
have felt, excellent.
It is estimated.
Eh,
It is estimated.
this looks more likely. Δηλαδή, it is estimated that there were. Αυτό το there, then it has to be there somewhere. So, you know when we could have used that. It is estimated that there were.
Yeah.
Get it? It's estimated that there were. There's estimated to have been. Although here again I have a tiny objection. I would say there are estimated to have been because people are plural. Okay. The audience
Should have been given.
should have been given. Excellent. The actor is made
To talk.
to talk. Excellent. We saw a favorite singer
Being photographed.
being photographed. Excellent.
To be working.
Do I go on the next page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The writer is said to be working at the moment. Excellent. TV series was filmed entirely with. Excellent. Now, would you like a break?
Sure.
Okay, take a break. Do I pause that? Yeah, during the break, I could pause that. Right. Shall we have a look at the second page of grammar? That's page 131. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It took a few mountains, but Jane
Is used.
is used to. Excellent. Are you aware of the verb form that follows this? I mean, if we have the verb work, for example, here, is used to
Working.
working. Thank you. Okay, are we aware of that?
Yeah.
Be used to plus ing and get used to plus ing, but used to plus infinitive.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, right, yes, of course. Just minutes before his performance, but Henry
Is looking.
looks, although this won't really be a mistake, but if we go by the book, the verb look is supposed to be stative, meaning that it's not used continuous tenses.
Yeah.
All the verbs of sense: look, see, taste, sound, etc. Like for example, we can't really say he's sounding angry right now. He sounds angry. Okay. Although I believe that in spoken English, this would also be okay. I don't think that you have a problem with that. Okay. So you look upset.
So it was
You look
uploaded.
upset. What's wrong? I
Was uploaded.
was uploaded document with PowerPoint. Okay. What time are you seeing? Arrangement. Excellent. John have left the meeting before we
Arrive.
arrived. Had left before we arrived. This is the past perfect. The director appears
To the program.
to be programming the drone from next shot. Okay. I'd rather
Not to be asked.
not a. You can't put to after I'd rather.
I'd rather be asked.
To not have been asked.
I'd rather ούτε και το to not have been asked. After I'd rather, you can't use full infinitive. You use either bare infinitive or something else which we'll discuss when we're done with this because something very, very, very difficult. So, grammar. I'd rather plus. We'll see what plus. Okay. I can find a comment. Can you tell me where
To look.
to look? By use close is
By far. No.
by
Far
far
better.
is
Far
it's far better. By far is followed by the superlative. Is
Yeah.
by far the
The
best thing
best.
I've ever done. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so far better meaning exactly the same as much better.
Yep.
Okay, the more popular the article becomes,
Less.
the less.
The less.
The more, the less. Okay, double comparative. Um, Tom
Less.
will let us know. In 20 years' time, virtual reality
Play.
It's going to play.
Will be playing.
will be playing a major role. Although I would also like that. A is going to play, why not? Okay, making a prediction based on evidence. Okay, that
Yeah.
would also be okay. I'll join the webinar at 10:30. Does not sorry? Sorry?
Will be still to speak.
Yes, excellent. The office manager
Uh,
Come.
can't have left John early.
can't have left. Exactly. Excellent. Now, here, between this and this would have been correct if the context was different, but this couldn't have been correct. Oughtn't to have, exactly. Yeah. Could I borrow the DVD? Yes, you
May.
may. Okay, not yes, you could. Okay, this might sound ironic, by the way. 16.
So
Shall I? Making an offer. You
you need
needn't have warned. Um, it wasn't necessary, although you did it. The video,
will have been viewed.
excellent, would have been viewed over 10,000 times. Um, Terry,
Uh,
must, must. I'm almost certain he's been working hard. The singer's latest album
uh,
Is
is
is regarded as the most successful one. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, there goes that. And okay, check those. Okay, and I can see here pages 40 to 42. Shall we?
yep.
Actually, give me a moment to just talk about that. Otherwise, we'll forget it. So, um, I'd rather is followed by bare infinitive.
could I do this?
No, I'll send them. But if you want to write, you write them. But I would prefer. But θα προτιμούσα απλά να παρακολουθείτε. Θα προτιμούσα να παρακολουθείτε. I'd rather
I'd rather you be
ας πούμε θέλω να βάλω αυτό.
I'd rather you pay attention.
No.
I don't give pay attention to pay.
Paid. Okay. Όχι αυτό, as many people think. That's wrong. Okay. Okay. So, we have in cases of ταυτοπροσωπία, εγώ θα προτιμούσα εγώ να κάνω κάτι, we have bare infinitive. Okay. For example, I'd rather stay home tonight. Θα προτιμούσα να μην βγω έξω απόψε.
I'd rather not go.
I'd rather not go.
Not go. I'd rather not go. I'd rather not go out tonight. And the last one, how would you put both in one sentence? How would you say θα προτιμούσα να μείνω σπίτι παρά να βγω έξω απόψε?
I'd rather stay home than go
Then
out.
go out.
Θα πω ου.
Than go.
I'd rather stay home than go out. Blah blah blah. Okay. Now, this is ταυτοπροσωπία. But in ετεροπροσωπία, δηλαδή εγώ εγώ θα προτιμούσα εσύ να I'd rather you stayed home tonight. I'd rather you didn't go out tonight. Okay, so in cases of heterosopia, it's I'd rather plus past simple, which is in fact called the unreal past, because it isn't really talking about a past situation. Okay, it's talking about now or future. Look at this. Θα προτιμούσα να μείνεις σπίτι. I'd rather you stayed. Okay. Now, look at something else. Plus bare infinitive. When we are talking about present or future. And same here. But what happens when we're talking about the past? How would you say θα προτιμούσα να είχα μείνει σπίτι χθες?
I'd rather stay.
Excellent. I'd rather have stayed home last night. I'm sure you guessed it. I'd rather you had stayed. I'd rather you hadn't gone out. Not tonight, obviously. Okay, finished. Right. Okay. Yeah, just to keep in mind. Now, workbook. Okay. We are reaching 5 pages of notes. Oh my god. Okay. So, and now that we have started recording, I'm gonna put that to there. Lesson link. So, workbook pages 40, 42.
Second.
Thank you.
Wait.
Okay. 40, 42. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Blood
Pressure.
Come on.
Cold.
Cold. Crush.
Diet.
Excellent. Sleep.
Patterns.
Patterns. Physical.
Physics.
Thank you. Okay. And how would you say stay receive? No? You said that. Lack of sleep. Excellent. Αυτό είναι έλλειψη ύπνου. Yeah, we said that the other day. Sleep. Sleep deprivation. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. So, okay, lack of sleep is something that happened to anyone. Okay, but sleep deprivation would be like a form of torture, for example, a form of interrogation. Okay, right. Okay, she limits her salt intake in an effort to control her high blood pressure, working the organized uses
Sleep pattern.
Excellent. And
Crash diet.
excellent. Okay, proceed.
Yep.
Proceed.
You risk out. Wait.
You risk.
Of.
Wait.
Of.
Sorry. Why should anything go here? Shouldn't be risk developing. Sorry. Your risk of. Excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was saying you. You risk developing. Yeah. I had misread it. Yusuf's allergic reaction caused him to break out in a rash. Excellent. After traveling outside the weekend, Caroline came
Down with.
Excellent. It's come down with or go down with. Okay. Some people take vitamin C supplements to help them fight
Off.
off the common cold. Excellent. It was difficult for Agatha to cope with. Excellent. Okay. Health practitioners advise getting the nutrients you need for a healthy diet and limiting your supplement intake. In the
Long.
long run, you remember that, macroprocessed one. Okay. Overweight people have increased risk of developing diabetes. Migraine headache may involve acute pain. Oxys bonus. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. Now, the opposite of acute pain, okay, acute means oxys, something like you feel like being pierced. Okay, if the pain is not acute, like for example, a headache that tortures you for a long time, is not acute, it's dull pain. Okay, it's also annoying, it's not as sharp as the acute, so we describe it as dull. Okay. Right. Yes, of course. Do you have family
History.
of hot plastic strokes? Okay. He remained
Housebound.
housebound for 2 months after the accident with his bed.
And
Here, I would like to also give you this word, bedridden, katakitos. Okay. Yeah, not able to move. Okay. Bedridden. Having to stay in bed all the time because you're sick, injured, or old. Have you ever had a
adverse.
adverse, excellent, adverse, expecting allergic,
Yeah.
yeah, adverse reaction? The symptoms seem to worsen with increased
Exposure.
exposure to sunlight. A doctor prescribed us to bring down a high cholesterol level. Excellent.
Όταν φράζεις στα χολυστερόλη.
Sorry?
How is this translated in Greek?
Yeah, cholesterol. Η cholesterol, yeah, I don't know the difference.
Account records.
Interested in participating in the drug.
Account.
Really?
Yeah.
Trial. Account is down there.
I put trial down there.
Okay. How would you like to settle your credit or debit card? Να τακτοποιήσεις το λογαριασμό σου. Settle your account. Okay. Unfortunately, you missed some information from your medical
Records.
Excellent. Okay. I'm sure you know account here in that
Yeah.
minute. Account meaning the money you have to pay, and of course you know bank account, email account, etc. But how about the verb account for? No. That's count on. You can count on me.
For my actions. Yeah, like say, take the blame.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent. Very good. Λογοδοτώ.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I wasn't thinking of that, although this is excellent also. Okay. He had to account for his actions, for his decisions. Very good. Okay, so. Explain that 1 minute the poor weather may have accounted for the small crowd to be the reason for.
Yeah.
What?
Ε, εξηγεί. Εξηγεί, αιτιολογεί. Um, explain again, can't see why. The part lowers blah 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 blah. Give a record of how the money was spent. Okay. Um, no, explain. He was unable to account for the error. The increase can be fully accounted for. There's another one. Yeah, to be a particular amount or part of something. The Japanese market accounts for 35% of the company's revenue. Εκπροσωπεί, αντιπροσωπεύει. Okay.
Yeah.
Women account for half the population of the university campus.
Yeah.
Okay. So to be a particular amount or part of something. Um, on what Andrea said, like to be held responsible for something, we also have this adjective here, accountable. You're going to be held accountable for your decisions. What we say in Greek, θα λογοδοτήσει τις αποφάσεις, πράξεις, οτιδήποτε. And from accountable, we get accountability. Λογοδοσία. Something like responsibility, legal responsibility for something. Okay, so that's accountable. Responsible for your decisions and expect to explain them when you're asked. And also expect to be punished if you've done something wrong.
Yes.
The state spends tax and should be held accountable. Η πολιτεία ξοδεύει τα χρήματα των φορολογουμένων και θα έπρεπε να λογοδοτεί γι' αυτό, like to explain how the money is used. Politicians are ultimately accountable to the voters.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So we have accountable, and finally we have accountability. To the fact of being responsible for your decisions or actions, expected. Explain them when you're asked. Okay. So, remove the fact because I don't like it. So, just being responsible for your decisions, expect to explain them when you're asked. Okay. So, that's accountability. Okay. Shall we?
Yep.
Alright. Our life can be overwhelming stressful. Increased evidence suggests prolonged period, blah, 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 blah. Make a distinction between what has to get done and what is optional or can be postponed. Don't be afraid to say no to taking on more tasks. Take on, αναλαμβάνω. Okay. There is
No substitute.
substitute for getting a good night's sleep. Decide on a
Music.
fixed the time at a reasonable hour and try to stick to it. Limit your screen time, especially before bed. Screens generate a blue light. I'm not quite happy with the word generate. How would you say εκπέμπουν?
I don't know what.
Not really. You use the same word for τα αυτοκίνητα που εκπέμπουν ρήπους. Same word. Emit. Ever heard of it? Have we talked about it?
Yeah.
We probably haven't talked about it. Emit. And emissions, οι εκπομπές, όπως λένε, εκπομπές ρήπων. So that's emit. Send out sounds such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc. The lamp then began to emit a clicking sound. Sulfur gases were emitted by the volcano. Okay, that's emit. At Yeah.
Low
Okay.
intensity.
Excellent. At least 5 times a week. Developing and exercising your visual with a balanced diet rich in the
Micronutrients.
micronutrients your body needs. Excellent. Magnesium. Calculate your body mass
Index.
index. That's the BMI. You may have heard of it. And see you're within a healthy range. Excess weight causes to reduce more such called hormone cortisol. It's easier said than done, but avoid
Calories.
Needless.
needless worry. Try to focus on what's actually happening rather than what may or may not happen. Okay, so that was page 40. Let's go to page 41, and then we could watch a bit of movie, or actually half of 41, because, okay, we'll see. Okay,
I won't be able to see
you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, wait a minute, who else is leaving?
In
Oh,
5
you're also
minutes.
leaving. Okay, don't worry, because it'll also go on video, so yeah, okay. So, are you getting, shall we watch the movie now before you leave?
Yeah, yes.
We in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, alright. Well, are you getting your eyes
Check.
checked? Janice has had
Get.
to get his prescription renewed, okay? I'm not a big fan of having blood
Taken.
taken. Paul had to have
Have.
his leg shaved before his surgery. When she was a baby, Cecilia
Had.
had her foot operated on, no problem. How long will it be before I can have the plaster cast taken off? Excellent. Yep. Okay. What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Shall we discuss this the next time, because I need to explain it first?
Yeah.
Unless have you done it?
Not really. The next
Okay.
exercise are based on cognitive
Okay, never mind. We'll discuss it next time. Have you done that too? Either? Neither?
I've done this. But I did it like
Okay, okay. Let's attempt it. Let's attempt
Maria
it.
sprained ankle.
Oh,
He's been in
Maria,
exam.
Marcia.
Yeah.
Marcia is having her sprained ankle examined. The causative form is the grammar of have something done. I had my hair cut. Okay, so Marcia is having her ankle examined. Okay, just like that. Is having her ankle examined. No need to write the rest.
Okay.
So, her medical records have been sent to specialists by her family physician. You start the sentence with she, not her family physician. She
She's having her medical records.
had, has had her medical records sent. Αυτό. She has had her family records sent to the specialist, blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested in the rest. She has had this sent. The dentist has repaired my tooth several times before. Όχι, εγώ. Ο dentist το έκανε ο ίδιος.
I have had my tooth repaired.
Αυτό. Excellent. This is it. Did she fracture her leg in the accident?
Did her leg got fractured?
Excellent, but here he requires a positive. So, did she have her leg fractured?
I will have my appendix removed by the surgeon tomorrow.
Excellent. This is it. Appendix means polypoidita. Okay. Dr. Hans explained.
Dr. Holland has had the treatment explained in detail.
No, he did it. They
They have had the treatment explained in detail by
Dr. Hala. Excellent. They have had the treatment explained in detail by Dr. Hala. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so you guys go. The rest of us would like to watch a bit of movie.
Certain.
Okay. And we agree on what we're gonna do. What we're gonna have on Monday. Okay. So now we stopped, we paused, and
Where they are going to arrest them.
yeah. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Bye. Have a great weekend. Okay, so now you see me. It's 23:45.